Hey everyone, I'm Jay. Welcome to another episode of Journeys with Jay. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the journey with me today. If you're not, thanks so much for tagging along with me one more time. In today's episode, join me as I explore a bit of the South Kensington and Westminster areas of London, learning about Albertropolis. We begin today's journey along Exhibition Road, a street in South Kensington, London, which is home to several major museums and academic establishments. The road gets its name from the Great Exhibition of 1851, which was held at the northern end of the road. It is the second thoroughfare in what was once Albertropolis, the name coined in the 1850s to celebrate and satirize the role of Prince Albert in Victorian cultural life. After his death, the term fell into disuse, and the area was more widely referred to as South Kensington. It provides access to many nationally significant institutions, including Victoria and Albert Museum, Science Museum, Natural History Museum, which incorporates the former Geological Museum, and the Royal Geographic Society. The Victoria and Albert Museum, abbreviated V&A in London, is the world's largest museum of art and design, housing a permanent collection of over 2.8 million objects. It was founded in 1852 and named after Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. As with other national British museums, entrance is free. The V&A covers 12.5 acres with a collection spanning 5,000 years of art from the cultures of Europe, North America, Asia, and North Africa. The dents and chip damage across the exterior facade of the V&A are remnants of the German military bombing campaigns of World War II. For 11 weeks, London and many other parts of England were besieged by an aerial bombardment, commonly known as the Blitz. An explosion caused damage to the entrances and windows along the western side. These battle scars were not removed and now exist as a tribute to the museum and country's resolve during the war. The Natural History Museum in London is home to life and earth science specimens comprising some 80 million items within 5 main collections. Click on the link above or in the description to watch a video from one of the galleries inside the museum. The Queen's Tower is a 287-foot tower topped with a copper-covered dome. It is situated in the South Kensington campus of the Imperial College, London, England. The tower used to be the central tower of the Imperial Institute and is now the sole remaining part of that building, demolished in 1957. The Imperial Institute was founded on Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee in 1887. In 1966, the tower was repaired to enable it to stand on its own with the construction of new foundations. There are 10 bells in the tower. They are rung on royal anniversaries and on the dates of the Imperial College degree ceremonies. Unfortunately, the viewing gallery at the top is closed to visitors. Albert Hall is a concert hall on the northern edge of South Kensington. It has a seating capacity of 5,272. Opened in March 1871 by Queen Victoria, the world's leading artists from many performance genres have appeared on its stage. It is the venue for the BBC Proms concerts, which have been held there every summer since 1941. It hosts a wide variety of activities from concerts, ballet, opera, film screenings, sports like boxing, awards ceremonies, school and community events, and banquets. The Albert Memorial in Kensington Gardens is dedicated to the memory of Prince Albert of Great Britain. Commissioned by Queen Victoria in memory of her beloved husband who died in 1861, the memorial takes the form of an ornate canopy or pavilion. It stands 176 feet tall, sheltering a statue of the prince facing south. It took over 10 years to complete, with the estimated cost being £120,000, or about $10 million in 2020's currency. The pillars and the niches of the canopy feature 8 statues representing the practical arts and sciences, astronomy, geology, chemistry, geometry on the 4 pillars, and rhetoric, medicine, philosophy, and physiology in the 4 niches. There are sculptures at the corners representing the traditional 4 continents: Africa, the Americas, Asia, and Europe. Each continent group includes several ethnographic figures and a large animal: a camel for Africa, a bison for the Americas, an elephant for Asia, and a bull for Europe. Wellington Arch was originally commissioned by King George IV in 1825 to be a grand outer entrance to Buckingham Palace, but the design had to be changed as the scheme was over budget. It became a Victory Arch built between 1826 and 1830 to commemorate the Wellington-led British victories over Napoleonic France. The triumphal arch originally supported a massive equestrian statue of the first Duke of Wellington, hence the name. The arch was moved to its present location in 1882 as a result of a road widening scheme. However, since 1912, a sculpture of Nike, goddess of victory, or an angel of peace descending on the quadriga of war, has sat on top of the arch. This is the largest bronze sculpture in Europe. From as early as 1831, the inside of the arch accommodated the park gatekeeper and police, housing London's smallest police station. They have both closed and it is now a tourist attraction. The Commonwealth Memorial Gates commemorate the soldiers of the British Empire from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, as well as from the countries within Africa and the Caribbean who served for Britain in the First and Second World Wars. The memorial was inaugurated in 2002 by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The main inscription reads, "In memory of the 5 million volunteers from the Indian subcontinent, Africa, and the Caribbean who fought with Britain in the 2 world wars." A shorter inscription quotes the words of the Nigerian author and poet Ben Okori, "Our future is greater than our past." Guess what that is? Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is a royal residence and the administrative headquarters of the monarch of the United Kingdom. Located in the city of Westminster, the palace is the center of state occasions and royal hospitality. It has been the focal point for the British people at times of national celebrations and mourning. Buckingham Palace is a symbol and home of the British monarchy, an art gallery, and a tourist attraction. The house, as it is called in the Crown, became the London residence of the British monarch on the accession of Queen Victoria in 1837. The last major building work took place during the reign of King George V, hence his cipher is seen around the entrance. During the Second World War, the palace was bombed 9 times. There are 775 rooms, including 188 staff bedrooms, 92 offices, 78 bathrooms, 52 principal bedrooms, and 19 staterooms. The staterooms used for official and state entertainment are open to the public each year during the summer, while the royal family are away on their summer retreat. The royal family occupy a small suite of private rooms in the north wing. Buckingham Palace has a post office, cinema, swimming pool, doctor's office, surgery room, jeweler's workshop, and the largest private garden in London. Here is a version of the royal coat of arms. The lion represents England, the unicorn, Scotland, the harp on the shield, Ireland. The Victoria Memorial is a monument to Queen Victoria, located at the end of the mall, unveiled in 1911 but not completed until 1924. Construction cost at the time was around £250,000. At the top of the central pylon stands a gilded bronze winged Victory, standing on a globe and with a victor's palm in one hand. There are 4 statues created from solid blocks of marble. Facing the east towards the mall is an enthroned Queen Victoria. The enormous statue of Queen Victoria, over 18 feet high, is seated against a great pediment. Queen Victoria is captured wearing an enveloping robe and holding an orb and scepter. A statue depicting justice faces in a southerly direction. Facing west towards her descendants in Buckingham Palace, a statue depicting motherhood, Victoria, Mother of the Nation, and a statue for truth faces in a northerly direction. At the corners of the monument are bronze figures with lions, representing peace, progress, agriculture, and manufacture. At nearly 82 feet tall, the Victoria Memorial remains the tallest monument to a king or queen in England. Leaving Buckingham Palace and the Victoria Memorial, I made my way towards St. James Park. Here we see the effect of the hot and dry summer that London was having at the time. Walking across Green Park towards Green Park Station, a number of aristocratic homes can be seen. Lancaster House, originally known as York House, began construction in 1825 for the Duke of York and Albany, the second son of King George III. Expressing about the grandeur of Lancaster House, Queen Victoria is said to have remarked to the second Duchess of Sutherland on arriving, "I have come from my house to your palace." Spencer House is a historic townhouse commissioned in 1756 by John Spencer, who later became the first Earl Spencer. The house is currently owned by Charles Spencer, the brother of the late Diana, Princess of Wales. Spencer House is one of the last aristocratic townhouses which once adorned central London. In 2019, the Jubilee line celebrated its 40th anniversary, although many parts of the line date back much further. The foundation of the line was put in place in the early 1930s with the construction of the Metropolitan Railway branch line to Stanmore. In 1939, in an attempt to improve capacity of trains running through Baker Street, the Stanmore branch was transferred to the Bakerloo line. The creation of the Jubilee line in the 1970s did not involve the construction of wholly new stations, but rather the ambitious tunneling of a new route through central London, connecting Baker Street and Charing Cross with Bond Street and Green Park. The line was formally opened on the 30th of April 1979, with Prince Charles, now King Charles, driving the first train into the new terminus at Charing Cross, as seen below.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
If you've watched all the way through, thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Journeys with Jay. Remember to like, comment, and if you're new here, subscribe. Until next time, keep safe, God bless. It's your boy Saint Jay, out of here.